Yeah, I know it's late, folks, but you know how it is where you can like rest and everything so much, or like even if your sleeping pattern gets thrown off, that it just pretty much it throws a whole lot of stuff off. Is what I'm pretty much what I'm getting at. I know that there's not going to be hardly anyone in here right now, and I'm going to filibuster for probably about 3 minutes or whatever like that, and then probably go into the conversations. But if you are just now jumping in here, and it is almost 10 o'clock on April the 13th, if you're jumping on here the later day, I just want to say appreciate you coming in and watching this later live. But again, I'm probably not going to jump in and do anything probably until 3 minutes in. And right now, I look to be, I don't know. What's going on, Sid, bro? Princess Sia is in the house. Who else is in the house? Robbie's in the house. Susan's in the house. Princess Sia in his house. Sid, bro, always a pleasure, sir. Crazy Country Boys in the house. Gerald Rogers in the house. Christine Kemp is in the house. So, guys, apparently, wait a minute. This now saying that I was on here for 5 or 6 seconds. That's really weird. I don't know what that's all about. Got Gerald in the house. Christine Kemp in the house. Sue Gooden in the house. We got the halflings. I love that. Lord of the Rings. Halflings in the house. Annie Oakley. Hey. Terry Thomas is in the house. Diane Hall is in the house. Mama Webb is in the house. Lulu is in the house. Appreciate you guys all being here. Days is in the house. So actually, to those that may be watching this at a later time, like on April 14th, now it's showing that I'm actually just 40 seconds into it. So again, I usually just use this time right now and just let people that's to come into, like we're gathering to an auditorium, just to say hi, what's up, and all that. And I kind of shout people out within the first 3 minutes. Hope y'all are all doing well. Elizabeth Thomas is in the house. Taton Sivers in the house. I might know I massacred that. Christine again. Cynthia. We got Snoopy Fan. We got Freeman Pendington is in the house from South Carolina. Ooh, y'all have some stuff go down there. June T is in the house. We got Gerald Rogers in the house. I truly believe you helped Trump get elected. Yeah, that's what they say. A lot of people say. Bob MC is in the house. I love doing stuff behind the scenes. I'm like the special forces behind the scenes that help get a lot of stuff generated. Sorry, we got Texas Diaz in the house. We got Lee in the house. Hey, Ty, I'm in the UK. It's almost 4 a.m. here. I can stay awake. I can't stay awake any longer. I wouldn't either. I would be asleep. Man, go to bed. Glad to have you with us, says Robert. Nick is in the house. Mike D is in the house. Texas Diaz again, mediocre man. Darla Tidwell says, hey, MRM, appreciate you being here. LOL, all GD. Said all good. Okay, yeah, I know I massacred that right there. So Bob is in the house. Christina is in the house. Christine Kemp again. We got Car Lady in the house. Rachel Lynn. Carol Hutchins. Slizzard Shroomer. Sipping on some Slizzard. No, let me stop. Tambree. It's going good. It's going good. Bradley Reed is in the house. We got Freeman Pennington in the house. 10:59 p.m. in South Carolina. Yeah, it's about 9:59 here in the Central Time. Brenda Strood is in the house. Q the cat is in the house. Reese from Philly is in the house. The Red Dragon. Appreciate you guys all being in here. I really, really do. See Welch is in the house. Mama M is in the house. How you doing? Appreciate you guys all being here. We are almost 20 seconds left, and then we're going to go ahead and jump in this, and we're going to see how this all goes. But again, guys, if you're just now tuning in, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button. I am in my studio, so you guys don't have to. And I was getting ready to say you guys don't have to worry about double tapping your screen if you're on the phone, but you might as well go and do it anyway if you are on your phone, because I'm not on the phone. I'm actually in my studio area, as y'all can see. So appreciate you guys all being here. And boom, there's the 3-minute mark. So if you are watching this at a later time, which you might be watching this April 14th, 2025, if you watch the first 3 minutes of this, I encourage you to skip through it so you can get to where you are right now. That way we can get in here and get on topic. Okay. You are watching my channel, Model Renaissance Man, which I'm greatly appreciative of. This is live as of April 13th. So I really do appreciate you guys all being here. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to double check to make sure that you still are subscribed to the channel. And do not forget, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to try to drop a banner down here where you can find all my, you see that all down there? They're scrolling down there in this little banner, the ticker, whatever you want to call it. That's where you can find me on all those platforms there. All right. So I appreciate you guys again. I try to shout out as many of you as I possibly can. In the first 3 minutes and all that. I know I'm not going to be able to get to everybody, but I do appreciate you guys getting here. Rachel Lynn says, I watch you every chance I get. Rachel, I appreciate that. Freeman Pennington from Pelzer, South Carolina. Bob MC says y'all need to give up. I don't know what you mean by that, but anyway, let's get ready to get to this, folks. So if you saw the beginning of this live video, you see where I said, you see what the title is, right? You see what the title is. And the thing is, it says, black people, listen to me. And I know the thumbnail got people looking like, dude, what in the world is going on here? Well, here's the deal. $5 challenge. I don't know what that means, Mayo Monkey, but I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Did I highlight that? Let me highlight that for you. Mayo Monkey has right here. It says $5 challenge. Appreciate the $5 and supporting the channel, Mayo. But guys, you see on here it says black people listen to me. Okay. Now, the reason why I have that up there like that is because I kind of had an idea that what happened with Charlie Kirk being here, I kind of had an idea that once they posted it, that it was going to circulate around. And then I knew that once it started circulating around, people were going to be, inboxing me, DMing me, the whole nine, right? I knew that was going to happen, right? So the thing is, I don't know if you guys seen the video. If y'all haven't seen it, it may be a way that I might be able to bring it up. But the reason why I pretty much want to bring this topic up is simply me saying, black people, listen to me. And if y'all seen the description, you see that there's the main topic talking points that comes across all the time when it comes to racism, oppression, when it comes to systemic racism, when it comes to DEI, when it comes to all of that stuff. Well, the thing is that I had to do a little bit of a surprise with I did a little bit of a surprise with Charlie Kirk, and y'all, the whole video is not going to be able to get seen, but it was a nice surprise for him because he had no idea who I was, but I told him he's going to end up finding out who I was, right? So I'm going to do something here, and I hope you guys can see it in a second here, okay? I don't know. It might be playing on the side right there. Let me see if y'all can see this, if it's showing. If it's not showing up on you guys' screen, but I think it is. Y'all can see it right there, right? You can see this. So it was a surprise, 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 surprise. But no, Charlie Kirk came to the Central Illinois area. And wait a minute, let me move this down so I can. Charlie Kirk came to the Central Illinois area, right? And I got a chance to get up there. And of course, some folks were thinking, what in the world is getting ready to go down here? What is about to go down right here? Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to get it to where you guys can hear how the conversation went down, right? But let me go ahead and make sure that the volume and everything is up. And in the process of me doing all this, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button if you would, please. Okay, hit the thumbs up button for me right now if you haven't did it yet. And I'm getting ready to get the audio right here going so you guys can hear it. Okay, so give me a second here, and I'm going to make sure I'm going to make sure you guys let me know when I play it if you guys can hear it. Can y'all hear it?
How is it that I was able to get married, which in June I'll be married 24 years. I have a 23-year-old son and a 21-year-old son. Got through school, got a degree, went back and got another one.
So I hear yes now, I hear no, I hear him back. I'm seeing thumbs up, so I need to know which one it is. You guys can hear it? Okay, Welch said now I can. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll go back to it and play it over again, because some people didn't understand. Appreciate that, said bro. Some people didn't understand what was happening here, right? What's going on, Lawrence? Some people didn't understand what was going on here, so I'll go ahead and play this again for the people in the back. All right, here we go.
I want you to answer me this: how is it that coming up in Chicago, East Garfield, and coming up in Cabrini Green, can you tell me how is it that coming from a city like that and getting to a place where we came from a single parent home, to a no-parent home. Can you tell me how is it that I was able to get married, which in June I'll be married 24 years. I have a 23-year-old son and a 21-year-old son. Got through school, got a degree, went back and got another one. Can you explain to me how systemic racism kept me from doing that?
It doesn't. Systemic racism didn't, because every person can make good decisions and flourish in this country regardless of the color of their skin.
So then how is it that somebody like me did it though? I mean, wait, I'm black. I'm coming up in a oppressed era. So can you tell me how I was able to achieve that?
You tell me.
Well, from what I'm being told, is because I was lucky.
I mean, it was probably hard work, good decisions, maybe a pastor or a mentor that, you know, gave you good guidance.
So then why is it so hard for everybody else to look like me to understand that?
You ask them.
Trying to.
Right. Now, here's the thing, guys. What y'all don't know, what y'all don't see, what y'all weren't able to see, there were quite a few people that were there, right? There were quite a few people that were there. There are a lot of those people, especially white liberals and some very deceived black folks, they got extremely pissed and they got completely derailed when I said that. When I got up there and I started saying those things that I just said right there, guys, y'all have no idea how it just completely their minds. These folks, what could they say to me? You get what I'm saying? Any of those white liberals that were there, any of the black folks that are all on the bandwagon and going along with the rhetoric of this bull crap, black people can't do anything in 2025 because of racism, because of systemic racism, because of oppression, because of what they did to our ancestors. Anybody that jumped on that whole bandwagon with that bull crap, the conversations afterwards, y'all have no idea, were practically non-existent. Darla Tidwell said that was a very quiet audience real quick. Yeah. A lot of them got quiet real quick. It was like, oh shoot, wait a minute now. Hold on. Yeah. See, guys, what y'all don't understand is this. When I got done, I walked around. I purposely targeted out certain individuals that were up there screaming and yelling. They knew more about what was going on with the black experience. They knew what was going on with black people. I made a beeline straight for them, went to them. I said, now you just got done hearing what I just got done saying right there, right? Right? Yeah. Yeah. So I want you to go ahead and again, answer those questions that I asked Charlie Kirk. How is it that a black man who came from crazy, which y'all want to call odds, single parent home, and let's keep it real, is no hate to my mom. My mom is a completely different person. She is a great woman right now, but she did only what she could do as a single parent with me and my four brothers, to where it got to a point to where she couldn't take care of all four of us by herself. She couldn't. So it got to a point where we had to fend for ourselves. We had to stay with different people, live with different people. I come from the era where you had to go and, man, can we borrow a cup of sugar? Can we borrow, y'all got a pack of hot dogs? I come from an era like that, okay? What I'm saying that for is this. That was back in the early 90s when that was going on. But you're going to tell me in 2025 right now, our issue in the black community back then was not any white people. Let me make this completely clear too. Guess what happened afterwards? Guess what? None of those white liberals, and y'all might be in it right now. I told you. Guess what? None of those white liberals, guess what? None of those black people asked me. Guess what? None of them asked me. They didn't. Not one person came up to me and said, how did you do that? How did you get out? How did you become successful? How did you continue to become successful? How did you become the strong guy that you are? How did you have two young sons and you're married 24? You know what the question I kept getting? Sir, how old are you? because a lot of them saw that I had my backpack on with my stuff. I had my laptop and everything in there. So when I do, documentation and things like that of the sort, no one had the biggest question of asking me, how did you come from that and get where you are? You know what? They had no interest in it. They are only interested in the narrative and the rhetoric. They're not interested in resolving the issue. See, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. What we have going on right now, just let me show y'all proof that it is not an issue. They know it's not an issue, because if racism, systemic racism, oppression, and all that stuff was a legit issue, that means it would be legit answers on how to fix it. No. See, here's the deal. You can cry and scream and yell and go crazy over fixing an issue without ever having no real intentions on fixing the issue, right? And this is what I told those folks. I say, none of you guys are interested in how I became how I am. Why is that? Why are y'all more interested in the so-called struggle? Why are y'all more interested in the so-called rhetoric? Why are you guys interested in the so-called black people being down pressed and suppressed and, downtrodden? Why are y'all more interested in pushing that? Why aren't y'all interested in how the successful blacks came out? Why aren't y'all interested in us and how we did it? Don't you think that needs to be heard amongst all the blacks and all the whites and all Americans? Why aren't y'all interested in the solution? And what I found out being in medicine is this. You will find out there is a condition, guys, in medicine. If there's any other doctors that may be in here, you guys know what I'm talking about. There is an issue in medicine that a lot of patients, they come and they give symptoms about what's going on with them. And a lot of times these symptoms aren't real. A lot of times you will have patients that will come to you and talk about certain issues and certain problems. And you will find out in the end, they are not trying to get rid of the issue or the so-called problem that they claim they have. They're not trying to get rid of it. You know what they want to do? They want to keep on telling you about how horrible it is and how terrible it is and how bad it is. I got this going on. I got that going on. This, you know why? Because they're never trying to arrive to the conclusion. All they want is your attention. All they want is some sort of social interaction. All they want is for somebody to give them attention. So they want somebody to listen to them. Sometimes if we do get rid of an issue, they will come up with a new issue. And it's not about the fact that they want the issue fixed. It's about the fact that if they come up with another issue, that means they get more of your attention. They get more of you pouring your knowledge into them. They don't even care about your knowledge. They don't even care about your solution. What they care about is the fact that I'm literally talking to you. They'll keep on going back and forth. Then we find out a lot of times, and there are people out there that are absolutely 100% drug seeking. Now, here's the deal though. Now listen to me, y'all, because this is kind of deep. When we have people in medicine that are drug seeking, they want the drug that gives them that high. It gives them that huge release of serotonin or dopamine. Guess what people get out of getting clicks and likes? Guess what people get out of you giving them that attention? Guess what happens to a person's brain when they know, oh, I get to talk to them about this? Your brain releases that same exact type of dopamine in your brain. It gets released. That's a pleasure center. And then what happens is that you want to return back to that thing that gave you the pleasure. See, it's not about fixing the issue. It's about doing that thing to give you that dopamine release, to give you that pleasure, to give you that pleasing center to where you go back to. And who is that? Oh, the issue. The issue, going out and talking to people about the issue. It's really not an issue. It's a made up symptom. Going and talking, being around other human beings, getting people to say, yeah, when I say something, getting people to clap for me when I say something, getting people to, yeah, hold notes and yeah, the black, and we got this going on. Getting people to get together with you and do all those things give you such a huge dopamine rush that you got to keep on coming up with symptoms that are not even really real issues with you. Because it's not about you fixing the problem. It's about you feeding that dopamine rush you get when you come up with non-existent problems. So they feel like they've done something. I feel like I achieved something. I got out there. That's why right now, one of the craziest things, I'm not hating. I got neighbors that stay around us. I tell them, take that. That don't mean nothing to me. I find it very peculiar that you have your Black Lives Matter sign pointed right out your window, that you know that when we come out our front door, we see your sign in the window. You know what I mean? They get some sense of accomplishment. Yeah, I did it. White people, I marched with the black people during George Floyd. I feel accomplished. Yeah, that'll make me good with the black people. I marched with black people. It gives them that sense. You know what I'm saying? That's what it does to them. Is my blood pressure okay? What? What the heck? My blood pressure, the last time I checked my blood pressure was like 114/74. My blood pressure is excellent. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. The winch said you tried to get a message to me today like you tried to email me. Darla Tidwell made a very good point right here. Darla Tidwell said they don't want to go through what it takes to be successful. They don't. And here's the thing. When I talk to a lot of my young mentees that I'm helping out right now, did you know what I tell them? I tell them, people, I get it. They'll tell me, they'll say, Ty, that's because you worked hard. See, but guys, I'm gonna let y'all know something. And a lot of young people minds who already feel like they got it hard, especially a lot of ones that come from single parent homes, things like that of the sort, they feel like they got it hard. So when we use the word hard, it actually causes them to not be motivated to want to do it because they feel like their life is already hard. Things around them are already hard. The environment is hard. It's hard to even wake up. It's hard to even feel motivated to want to go to school. What for? Look at my life. Look what I'm living around. We got roaches. We got rats. So when I talk with them, I don't use the word hard. I just tell them it's time consuming. That's it. See, a simple word can change things up. I'm gonna tell y'all how. I got to be like careful whenever I talk to them and I use certain words, certain verbiage, right? So let's just say, for example, hit the thumbs up button real quick because I want to show y'all something. I want to show y'all something. I get so much wisdom. I told you I get so much wisdom out of being a father. Hit the thumbs up button right now. Don't forget double check to make sure you are subscribed to the channel because YouTube will unsubscribe you from the channel. So I'm going to play this video right here in a second, and I want y'all to pay attention to something right here. Don't forget, the reason why I'm using this. The reason why I'm using this right here as a lesson is because this is what things can just jump out at you. Knowledge, y'all, there can be knowledge and wisdom things everywhere. So what are you talking about, Ty? What I'm talking about is this. When I talk to young folks or certain people, I have to be careful with certain verbiage that I use, certain words that I use, because they can completely take something out of them based on our verbiage. So when you ask me what am I talking about, I'm getting ready to show you. And you might think that this is so petty, but what I want to do, I want to make sure that what I'm about to show you guys, that you are going to fully understand what I'm meaning by this, okay? This looks really weird. I don't know why it's showing up like this, but give me a second here. Yeah, you see that right there. That's Lion King. That's Lion King. We were kings. Okay? Can y'all see that screen pretty good? Let me know if y'all can see that screen pretty good. Okay, y'all definitely should see it good now. Can y'all see the screen pretty good? Let me know. Kim Boyer, appreciate it. Welch, appreciate it. Okay, good deal. Now, this is from the Lion King, right? And this is a lesson right here. So let me set y'all up again for those of y'all that are like, Ty, what's going on? Okay. When I say I got to be careful when I use certain verbiage, check this out right here. Okay.
But they can't.
Zazu, would you turn around?
Yes, sire. The cheaters are hard up.
Watch this.
Baboons again.
You see Simba? What
are you doing, son?
He said, what are you doing, son?
Counseling.
Let an old pro show you how it's done.
Look, see what Mufasa did right there? I'm telling y'all think this is corny, but it's not. I show my young people this too. Look what Mufasa did. Did Mufasa say, you're doing it wrong? Did Mufasa say, no, that's not how you do it? He didn't say that, did he? Mufasa said, let me show you how a pro does it. Y'all, there's so many lessons in it. And I know y'all might think this corny, but don't forget, I got mentees from the ages of all the way down to being young, to being in their mid-20s. But no matter what age they are, they understand this, right? Check this out. Okay? Now watch this. For one, what Mufasa did, he set Simba up. Let me show you how a pro does it. And that's what I tell people all the time. Whenever I go to these events, don't you want to know, since it was so hard, don't you want to know how I was able to do it? Don't you want to know how other blacks, we got lawyers, we got pharmacists, we have doctors, we have carpentry business owners, we have, construction owners, we have welders, we have business owners that are plumbers that are black. Don't you want to know how these pros did it? And if so, let us show you. That's the part they don't want y'all to see. That's the part they don't want you guys to hear. So again, this is from the Lion King, but I want this. It gets even better. It gets even better. Check this out. He said, let me show you how pro does it.
I told the elephant.
So Zazu is running his mouth, and then Mufasa will tell him to turn around.
Turn around.
Yes, sire. The cheetahs are hard up.
Stay
But
low
I
to
always
the
See what he's doing?
ground.
cheetahs.
He's telling Simba, stay low to the ground. What is he doing? He's teaching him how to be successful. He's teaching him. I know it's pouncing. I know it is, but it's a strong lesson in here. He's showing him and teaching him how to be successful. He's setting them up to be successful. He's giving him the tools to be successful. Watch.
Never prosper.
Okay, stay low to the ground, right? Yeah.
What's going on?
A pouncing lesson.
Oh, very good.
Okay, so now watch this.
Serious. Oh,
So although he's gonna pounce, y'all seen this. If you ain't seen the Lion King,
Try not to make a sound.
what are you telling?
see that? He told him to stay low to the ground. There's a lesson there. Why? Because you don't want to be seen. Don't make a sound. Why? Because you don't want them to hear you. He's teaching him I know y'all like this is so stupid, hard to know. It's deeper than that.
Him,
Now
Mufasa?
watch this.
Mufasa? Simba?
That's very good.
Now, here's what's crazy after that. After that scene right there, you know what Mufasa did? He said, now, this time, let me tell y'all something about why that's important, okay? Because if Mufasa would have said, that's very good, but what you would have saw is, oh, what did I do? Oh, what did I mess up? So what am I saying right there is that you just saw an important lesson just get played in such an elementary way, but there's so much deep parables and things you can draw from just that little short that I just showed you guys. But what Mufasa ended up saying to Simba, he said, that's very good. Now, this time, see, the word now changes up everything. And what's interesting about that and what got me about that, I've used this since I was like in my late 20s with Lion King. When I was mentoring like kids at our church or younger kids, because I said my youngest son at the time, Brandolin, when he was younger, I was teaching him some sports stuff, right? I was teaching him how to shoot the basketball, right? I was teaching him about having good form, right? My son would make a basket. And I noticed that I'll say he'll get happy because it went in. I'd be like, okay, good, it went in. But what you forgot, and as soon as I said but, he went, oh. And I just end up like, wait a minute, okay. Now, when he make a shot, I'll say the same thing. Hey, that's really good. Now, this time, what I want you to do, make sure you follow through. I always noticed that whenever I said the word but, I did something wrong. And all I did was just change one word, and it was now, this time, when you do it, make sure you follow, changes everything up. So what am I saying that for? There are a lot of people right now that you can do this with. Anybody in your life that you come across has a opening window where you can possibly mentor them, where you can possibly teach them, where you can possibly set them up for success. Now, here's the thing, though. Most people don't want that answer. Most people don't want that. They'd rather stay in the pocket of being oppressed, and there's nothing that if you want to talk in regards to like so-called what happened to black people during the civil rights movement or what happened to our ancestors, that's a bunch of bull crap. That is depression that is brought on. That's you want to have self-esteem. You self-inflicted yourself with so-called traumas that you've never experienced, and now here you are feeling some sort of way for something that you never experienced. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a mental issue. Okay, now let's see. You know, Ty, there are less than fortunate white people who have to scratch like hell for their degrees as well. Yeah, that's it. Right. That's everybody. That's everybody. Nobody, all of us have gifts and talents. All of us have gifts and talents. All of us do. Right. There is no, oh, black people got to work 10 times as hard and white people don't got to work as hard. No, that's a bunch of bull crap, because if you go through school, especially if you go through the medical route, dude, we had to, if we got a 95, we had to get a 95 and above in order to get an A if you go through med school, depending on what school you go. But if you get like a 94 to like a 89, that's a 90 is a B, right? So yeah, it's a whole different class. But here's the deal, though. That didn't sound right. Here's the deal, though. Here's the deal, however, is this. Jesus Christ. Here's the deal. Everybody is different. Everybody has their own path. Everybody learns different. I'm a kinesio learner. If you don't know what a kinesio learner is, I like to stand when I learn. I like to stand and I like to rock when I'm learning. Now, the reason why is because I'm a kinesio learner. I'm also a very visual learner. You just can't talk to me and tell me things. I got to be able to visualize it and see it. So especially that's where I went. That's why I went the medical route, is that you can't tell me we all have a heart in our chest and the heart beats. I'm like, wait. I need to know what a heart looks like. I need to know what it looked like. I might need to touch it. I need to know that. When we start learning about the cells of the body, when we start learning about cells, you couldn't just tell me that the cell is a nucleus and it has a nucleus, it has mitochondria in it. You know, it has lipids and proteins and all that. You just couldn't tell somebody like me that. I'm like, wait a minute, I need to see what it looks like. So when I take a test and you talk about the ribosomes or you talk about the mitochondria, I need to have something drop in my mind. So I'm like, oh, that's that orange thing that has little bumps on it. Oh, that's the powerhouse of the cell. That's what I need to do. We all are different. There are some people that can just read that and remember what those things do, and they don't need a picture of it, but they'll still pass. But all of us are different. So what am I saying that for? Since I know that, and I'm very keen and calculated on how all of us learn differently, I make sure that those I mentor also end up getting with teachers that end up finding ways to how they learn as well. All of us are not the same. There shouldn't just be no one way of learning. Okay. I don't know how I got on that, but that was for somebody. Okay. Now, the reason why I said that, folks, is because in 2025, right now, are there racist people? Yes, there are racist people. You will probably never know unless somebody have it on video and they record or whatever like that. Just because there are racist people does not equate to America having a racist issue. You know what else there are here? There are mean people. They can be black, they can be white, they can be Hispanic, they can be Latino, they can be Mexican, they can be Russian, they can be African, they can be Canadian. They're mean people. Do we have a mean problem in America? You would say that's just normal. Okay. There are depressed people in America. They can be white, they can be black, they can be Spanish, they can be Mexican, they can be Russian, they can be African, they can be Canadian, they can be Native American, they can be indigenous, whatever you want to call it. Would you say America has a depressed problem? There is a crazy drug problem in America, be it medicinal, pharmaceutical, or be it illegal drugs. Would you say that all of America is drugged up? No. You would break it down and say no. Individual people are depressed. Individual people are mean. Individual people are vindictive. Individual people are racist. But to make it seem like that is a whole problem of America that literally is a stumbling block from anyone moving ahead, achieving anything in America, absolutely not. What's going on, Mama Carol? How you doing, sis? Megan Kelly, yeah, said have to be up by 4, so I'll catch you later. All right, appreciate you coming in and swinging through. So no, that's what I'm saying. I just want to bring that to light because a lot of people are just easily. I mean, honestly, when you look at it, the way that they're doing things right now. When I say they, I'm talking about the way that the media, the way that this current rhetoric, the way that this current narrative, the way that they are doing things right now in regards to pushing out nonsense. It's always got to be some reason behind this. Ty, you're like a Belgian Melanos dog. Calling me a dog? I'm joking. I'm joking. Super focused. Almost always. Nothing they can't do. No. See, here's the thing. Johnny Boy says, we're all from some creator. Race is government created. The only time you stay white, black, Hispanic, etc., is non-government forms. Fact. Derek Butler says, I hope so, sir, but the unfortunate reality is that human race is failing miserably. This world should be a paradise with no hunger, war, disease. Until humanity unites, nothing will change. Well, I get what I get what you're saying right there, but to say that the human race is failing, I guess that can be like a matter of perspective, because the thing is that this is just life. And what I mean by that is this. See, when I say this is just life, I wouldn't say, I mean, that's your opinion, which is fine to say, do you feel like the human race is failing? No, I say that if these things weren't there wouldn't be individuals like myself and others who can come along and say, this is where we're missing it at. Guys, this is where we're missing it at. Honestly, there will never, and I'm just telling you, that's my opinion. I'm saying this based off of what I've learned. I'm doing this based off of studies and research. There's never going to be a point ever in time where everybody's just going to be in the utopia. That will never happen. There's going to always be some issue. Somebody don't like what you look like. They don't like your size. They don't like your hair. You should cut your beard. You should grow your hair. You should be hairless. You should be bald headed. You shouldn't wear braid. It's people going to always find the issue. So that's just part of being a human being. But my thing is, I think one of the issues that people have is learning to accept certain things. Life and death is all part of being here on earth, right? We like to laugh. We get joy when certain things give us that efficacy like type feeling, right? We get joy out of that. We get enraptured by certain events. We laugh at things that are funny. We're really proud when someone in our family, be it a child or be it someone accomplished, and we get proud. But one thing, look, we accept all that, don't we? Accept the laughter. We accept the joy. We accept being proud. We accept, hanging out with friends, being social, but we accept all that. But when it comes to someone really close to us dying, we don't like to accept that. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't. I don't know. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to face it. I don't want to cry. I'm just going to bottle it. I don't know what to do. We don't do. See, and the thing is, because of a lot of life circumstances and a lot of things that just been bestowed upon me knowledge-wise, I got to the point where I'm like, hey, accept that as well. If somebody passes away, accept them passing away. You're supposed to hurt. You're supposed to be dry heaving because of you're devastated at them being like that. You're supposed to cry. You're supposed to go into a temporary depression. You're supposed to snot. You're supposed to weep. Embrace all of that and let it happen. But we don't like to. You get what? Y'all follow me? We're good with laughing. We're good with being proud. We're good with having that feeling of joy. But none of us want to deal with when somebody close to us passes away or die. We don't want to accept that. It's hard. So I tell people, don't. You have to allow that stuff to happen because it's all part of life, period. It's all part of being here. Many have turned to God. I myself, the past few years, I have seen many more turning to God and the awakening. I agree with that too. You also know there are conditional depression, angers, anxiety, ECT. Unfortunately, there are those who hang on to those conditional issues as excuses to continue. Oh yeah, and actually, what's strange about that? It actually has another layer too, where they actually enjoy being that way because of the attention it brings them. Nana Bear says, Ty, you have encouraged me to start writing my book. Good, do it. And when you hit writer's block, hey, accept that as well. You won't, nothing comes. I've had people that I have patients that are artists, especially in Florida. They are artists, they are authors, right? And they get writer's block, and it's like they frustrate. I'm like, hey, I thought during writer's block you're just supposed to say, you know what? I'm gonna put the pen down, or I'm gonna stop typing. I'm gonna go live life, because it's not gonna come. You can't force it to come. It has to just boom, and then you right back at it again. Otherwise, don't sweat it. Leave it alone. Take a little bit of time, just cry about it, and remember that person, and they try to move on, because that person would want you to just give up on you. That person would want you to just give up on your whole life, because they're not there. They wouldn't want you to. I get what you're saying. But yeah, so anyway, again, folks, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you guys are in here right now. I really appreciate y'all being here. So here's the thing. I knew I went live when y'all saw me in the hotel a few days ago, or it was yesterday rather, and there were a group of people who were really pushing and had a lot of opposition to what I was saying. And I said I wasn't in my studio area to where I can bring them up. And that way, if they were to come in here, I can talk with them. I can debate them on it. We can have the conversation. I told them I was going to be going live when I got home. I said, I'm going to be back pretty late, but if y'all want to hop on, they can do it. But I knew that they weren't going to show up there, because the thing is, again, with me just giving that little bit of a, example there of how these people are choosing to be this way in regards to accepting the so-called ancestral traumas and everything that's flowing through our blood. We get so many, man, y'all, there's so many videos out there right now. It is some of the dumbest stuff. And the thing is, what you will learn if you've been in medicine, what you learn is that when people come in, if it's a patient, if the patient comes in and tells us something that's going on with them, right? Even if we think or feel or even know that they are lying, we still have to take what they say at face value as if it is true. Why do you say that, Ty? Because when people come to me, black folk, when y'all come to me and y'all do all this, man, what's wrong with you? What they did to our ancestors, man, what they did to us, I'll go, wait, first of all, did it happen to you? No, it didn't happen to me, man. But I'm just saying, what they did to us, how you just gonna sit there and say, wait a minute, well, time out. I get you. You bad. You pissed off, right? You do know that some black folks were just killed in Chicago, right? You do know some black folks was killed in Memphis. You do know some black folks just killed in Baltimore. You do know some black people just killed in Philly, right? So that's last night. Matter of fact, there's going to be some that may die today that look just like you and I, right? Yeah. Are you going to be pissed about that? Oh, wait. It's okay to hold on and be pissed off about something that happened hundreds of years ago. But it's stupid to be pissed off about us black people getting killed like right now. I'm lost. How does that work? And if you can't explain it to me, if you cannot logically explain to me how you as a grown up are able to get pissed off at something that never happened to you, shouldn't you be worried on why you even feel or even think that way? Y'all follow me? It's Ty, I get this crazy stuff all the time too, where people will say, dude, how are you coming up with this stuff? Guys, you want to know how I come up with this? Because I literally would go back, and I told y'all I keep stuff everywhere. I write. It go in my journal. I keep stuff with me everywhere. I keep writing, like no joke. I keep writing tablets and stuff with me. Everywhere. Okay. Reason I'm saying that is because when thoughts come, when you just contemplating. A lot of people just don't take time to sit and just think. It really does not make any rational or logical sense that you can be pissed off, angry, mad, be moved to go out and protest over something that is not happening to you or has ever happened to you, but you can conjure up feelings and emotions as if it is happening to you. That right there is a mental condition, and that is a mental issue. Why do you say that, Ty? I'll tell you how. Tell you how. Right now, every last person that's in here listening to me right now, I guarantee you, every last one of you guys have experienced something where it pissed you off. It can be something from your childhood. It can be something somebody maybe bullied you. Maybe your mother pissed you off. Maybe your father pissed you off. It does not matter. Maybe your brother pissed you off. A friend at school pissed you off. Somebody you got in a fight with. Something happened at a grocery store. You got in an altercation verbally with someone. All of us have had that happen to us in our lifetime, right? The reason I'm saying it is this. I guarantee you, or your money back, guarantee you that although you had those experiences happen to you, guys, tell me I'm not telling the truth right here. You find yourself, you might just be driving down the road, and all of a sudden you find yourself daydreaming about something that happened to you when you were a kid that pissed you off. Isn't it funny that you get so deeply into that situation that happened to you when you were a kid, when you were a teenager, whatever it may be? You think about it. Whatever it is that happened to you that pissed you off, isn't it fun that your body will start to react as if it's happening right now? You will find yourself wording the things that you said 20 years ago. I do it all the time. I'll sit there and think about this guy I got to fight with who he thought he could bully me, and he found out real quick that he couldn't because I combed his head. Now, I'm not going to say his name because we cool now. He know who he is. Anyway, when I think about what happened and how it all came to be, I find myself mouthing off stuff that I said to him, even though that happened over, gosh, that definitely was like almost 30 years ago. So what I'm saying that for is that the reason why my body can feel those things and conjure up those emotions is because I actually experienced that. It happened to me. I can recall that. But for any of you Negroes and any of you also, you fake virtue signaling, snow cone color haired social justice warrior, Looney Tune, liberal white people, the fact that y'all can actually act like y'all have white guilt, you guys are in the same mental boat as those black Negroes who act like they're pissed off as if they experienced slavery. What is wrong with y'all? See, I just told you guys, I talked with a group of about 40 some people the other night. 15 were women. The other 30 some plus were men. 60% of all of them were white. The others were black. When I hit them with this same exact question I said to you guys right now, you know what they did? I said, now, none of y'all can answer me that? You can't answer me that. Your so-called white guilt came from where? When you were a kid, did you have any guilt? When you were a teenager, did you have any so-called white? Why all of a sudden in the last 4 years, all of a sudden y'all got white guilt now? Where'd that come from? What does that feel like? How can you feel guilt of something that you didn't do? Because guess what? If it's something that I never done and somebody tried to accuse me of something, I'm gonna be like, I don't know what you're talking about. I did what? No. And I'll tell you another one. I'll tell you guys another one. I tell people Do you realize that a whole diagnosis has been put on you and it didn't even ask your permission to be done? Black folks, the whole victimhood mentality, the whole oppression mentality, the whole acting like you were the one that just yesterday you came over here on a boat and got beat and you got pushed to slave, all that bull crap, that mental condition got bestowed upon. They pushed a whole mental condition on you and you don't even know it. White people, oh, the guilt. Oh, it's our fault. Our ancestors, what they did to the black people, our white privilege, we know it exists. We know it does because I winked at you and you knew that was the white person winking. That's how you got me the job. Mental condition that crept in your brain subconsciously and you accepted it. Idiots. Yeah, you heard me, idiots. You accepted the fact that you have a mental condition to where now you going around. And what's crazy, just like I told you, all those folks that like to come to the office and things like that, that they like it. There are people out there that like being sick. Y'all, it's the strange phenomenon. I told you, there are people that don't have no intentions on getting better or getting well. They enjoy faking symptoms, acting like they got something that they don't have, acting like they feel something that they don't feel because they get attention for it. How is it you come in and you got a condition, but in reality you don't? How is it that you coming in here, you acting like you experienced slavery and you didn't? How is it that you're coming in here, you acting like it was you who brought black people over here on the boat and you put them on the plantation and made them work, and you're acting like you acting like you feel that? You acting like you did it? You. Yeah. Take some time. Take some time. Go sit down and literally try to think about what I just said to you. Because if you did that, one thing that you don't have to do, listen to me, guys, this is how I know we have a creator. I'm telling y'all right now. Did you know that if a certain problem happens, did you know that a lot of times your brain will try to figure that problem out without your consent? Did y'all know that? I'm going to say it again for the people in the back that didn't hear it. I'm going to, slow down a little bit here. Did you know that if a certain problem happens, that a lot of times before you can even try to think about it, did you know that a lot of times your brain will already try to process on how to solve that problem? Your brain will try to process how to solve a problem. Something falls down and it breaks. For example, soon as y'all, most of y'all have a phone. They got a case on it. Soon as the phone drops, if your case comes flying off, your brain instantly gonna go, okay, got to put the case back on there. Boom. Your brain instantly tries to fix a problem without you even thinking about it. So why are you saying that, Ty? The reason why I'm saying that is this. The reason I'm saying that is this. If you go and really take some time to sit down without your phone being around you, without turning the TV on, if you write down, I told you I got stuff everywhere that I write on, everywhere. If you go somewhere and you write down the so-called problems that the media is telling you that we have in America, let your brain process that and watch what it comes up with. You know what your brain will come up with? Actually, that's not a problem. You really think racism is a problem here in America? You really think that the trans community not getting their voices there, you really think that is a problem here in America? You really think that's an issue? No. Let me tell you what the issue is. The issue is this. The issue is when you go home and behind closed doors, whatever it is that you are dealing with that's keeping you from prospering, whether it's on a mental, spiritual, emotional, physical level, whatever it is that's keeping you from prospering, that's the issue right there. This whole thing about, racism, system, no, that's not the problem. The problem is whatever it is that you are dealing with at home behind closed doors that you wouldn't want nobody to know about you, nor will you probably tell anybody. That's the real problem right there. But what happens is that them problems can begin to be masked over if somebody says, oh, the reason why you're dealing with that is because of oppression. The reason why you have that is because of the reason you have that is because of the environment that you live in. See, what you'll learn is this. And fortunately enough, I appreciate you, sis. The one, let me see. She just said, I love the Charlie Kirk skit you did. Hey, Mama Jones, appreciate that. A lot of people didn't even catch on to that. But what I'm saying is this. The issue, again, is whatever it is that you're dealing with, whether it's depression, whether it's oppression, whether it's a personal self-esteem thing, whether it's a weight thing, whether it is a mental thing, whether it's depression, whether it is certain thoughts. I can't say it. Y'all know it has the word Sue in it, and it ends with idle. Y'all know that word. You can't say it on YouTube. They're going to end up flagging the channel. The AI would pick up on that. But whatever it is that you deal with at home, that right there is the real issue. So as you as a man, or you as a woman, you as a teenager, you need to deal with those personal issues first. Because if not, what will happen, you, and like a whole lot of other people have already now, you will get drugged into this world of social media, this world of mainstream media that will end up somehow on a subconscious level putting things in your brain without your consent. Guys, the subconscious is the one of the few spots in the brain that does not need any consent. Most of the time, if somebody try to say something to you, you got a frontal lobe where you do your reasoning at, right? You can make a decision to reject something somebody says. But when it comes to the subconscious doesn't have to have consent for it to allow a certain message to be pushed in there. So what are you saying that for, Ty? You will end up finding out that I'm telling y'all right now, when I talk to these people, this is how I know this. You will end up finding out that a lot of these people who are out there just, I don't care if you're black, I don't care if you're white. You will find that a lot of people out there who are doing that and all the anger stuff. The issue is not the race stuff. The issue is not the white privilege. The issue is not really all this so-called, systemic racism and thing. The issue is whatever it is that they deal with when they go home. The issue, when it comes down to it, and I'm not trying to say this to be condescending or mean, the issue is you. The issue is you. And what ends up happening, you don't want to deal with you. Therefore, you will allow all this stuff in the media to get put into your head, and you will go out there and you will protest, you will yell, you will scream, and you using the anger and that depression that you're in, you're using that energy towards something that's not even a real issue. America's biggest issue is not no racism. You want to know what? Tell y'all something right now. The people here in America, I don't care who you are. If you are a mean person, happy person, sad person, great person, racist person, Nazi, I don't care who you, fascist, communist, I don't care who you are, and you live here in America, you know something that a lot of people deal with, and no matter what color you are, no matter what creed, you know what you deal with? Financial issues. You're dealing with car payments. You're dealing with property taxes. You're dealing with buying food. You're dealing with saving up money. You're dealing with trying to budget so you can go on vacation. That's what you're dealing with. You really think that your problem is another brother or another sister that's of a different skin color? You really think that? Come on now. I'm just gonna flat out just say it. That's not your problem. Nobody goes around every day of their life worrying about what somebody else is thinking about them. Black, y'all can say it all y'all want to. You do not go around in grocery stores, places like that, worrying about what white people think about you. White people are not thinking about you, black folks. I'm just telling you right now. You do yourself a favor and come to the conclusion that white people you see out there in the general public are not thinking about you, black folks. They don't care. You know what they're doing when they at the grocery store? White people do not go to the grocery stores just so they can see the rare breed of black folks in the grocery store, just so white people can go, I'm going to look at that black person to come in here. So I can look at them and they can look at me and we can have a good looking time. They don't do that. White people don't go into the grocery stores in hopes, I hope I see a black person so they can look at me and accuse me of racism. White people ain't, you know what white people doing? You know what white people are doing in the grocery stores? Shopping. Negroes, black folks, when you go into the grocery store, you know what you're going to the grocery store for? Black people. When you go into the grocery store, do you go into the grocery store with the intentions on, I'm going to go into the grocery store so I can see if there's some white people looking at me? I'm going to go into the grocery store so I can see if I can get a white person to follow me. Yeah, that'll work. So I can go, hey, everybody, look, I got a Karen behind me. She's following me. I'm just in here trying to buy me a candy bar. And we got Karen. What are you going into the grocery? Black people, why do you go to the grocery store? Because I thought that when you go to the grocery store, you go there to get food. If you go there with the intentions on your heart to look for something that's not there, you're going to find it. If you go, man, listen, it's a psychological trick. For example, everybody in here right now, I'm going to make an assumption, which you may or you may not in this case, but I'm going to make an assumption that a lot of you guys have a car, right? Or a truck or a bike. I don't care. Don't you guys find it strange that when you get your car, like, okay, back in 2012, right? When I bought my Toyota Tundra, right? Dude, all of a sudden it seemed like everybody had a Toyota Tundra. I got the special one. Got the turbo in it. Huge engine, big old V8 running. Oh, Tundra just, ooh, it growls real good. I'm driving my Tundra. I'm like, God dang. What the heck is going on? Everybody has a Tundra now? When did everybody get a Tundra? Okay. The reason why I'm saying it is this. The reason why I didn't notice there were any other Tundras before I got my Tundra is because I wasn't looking for one. So imagine being a young person who doesn't have the intellect or the critical thinking skills. If someone tells you and shows you videos of police beating black people, if they keep that circulating on the mainstream media, keep it circulating on the news, white cop beating black people. Oh, look what the white people used to do to us in slavery. White cop beating black people. Oh, look what they did to us in slavery. If you got it to where they show movies and things like that, videos circulating on TikTok. Oh, look at this white person following me in the store. Oh, if that is on a continuous loop 24/7, that will get implanted into a lot of young black people's mind. They will go into the store and they're going to do nothing more be honed on in if a white person just walking with their shopping cart, make eye contact with you, and all of a sudden why are they looking at me? Why are they looking at me? Those thoughts never would have been there if someone didn't plant that into your subconscious to look for it. Had a lot of my white friends during that whole last 4 years of this crazy Biden era. Ty, I don't know what to say anymore. What do you mean you don't know what to say? I don't know what to say. I don't want to be accused of, you don't want to be accused of what? I don't want to be accused of being called a racist. Why would you be called a racist? Are you racist? No. So then what are you scared of? What are you scared of? Because you know, I'm getting it all. But you know what? I'm a grown man. It don't matter. Look, see that? You know how many times I get called that whenever I go to a speaking event? And you know what? Whenever they call me that, I'll be like, hey, that's fine. Whenever they say, you know what, you're a disgrace to the race. You may be skin folk, you ain't kin folk. You might be, I'm be taking your black card. I'll be like, fine, that's fine, because thank God I've been blessed with the I don't know if y'all can see that. I've been blessed with the white. I got blessed with the white privilege one. See that? That's what I do. I'll pull it out. Y'all took my black card. Well, guess what? Here we go right there. I'm in good shape right now because I got blessed. I got blessed with the white privilege card. What's next? Again, when it comes down to it, the biggest question is going to come down to this. And this is where you get people at most of the time. What do you want to do with your life? What do you want to do with your life? When you get done with all your hollering, when you get done with all that screaming, when you get done with all that, hey, hey, ho, ho, these racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho, these racist presidents have got to go. Hey, when you get done doing all your marching, holding up your signs, feeling good like you did something out there which you didn't do, what do you want to do with your life? Most of the time, I say honestly, 60% of the time, people could tell me. But 40% of the time, people cannot tell me what they want to do with their lives. When I ask folks, what do you want to do with your life? How can we help you achieve what you want to achieve in your life? If you start to give me any excuse, I'm going to say, hey, it's good. Okay. My job is not to do this. My job is not to go back and forth with you. My job is to do this. You tell me you want to be an engineer. I'm going to say, what kind? Structural, civil, computer. What are we talking about? When you tell me that, you know what Ty does? This is like I'm talking to y'all like y'all my mentees. I'm sorry. You know what I do? I make phone calls and set them up to possibly go and watch to see what these civil engineers do, what these structural engineers do, what these computer engineers do. I set people up. I network with people to get them set up so they can go and watch and say, yeah, that's what I want to do. So you can get an idea about what it is that you want to do. But you know what? You know what I get a lot of times? Stelt with the $10 super chat. God bless you for that, and I appreciate that. You know what I get most of the time? Yeah, but no, that's not what we're doing. We are not going to get on this yeah, but stuff. What do you want to do? Okay, Ty. I heard one of your degrees is in physical therapy. Okay. How can I get you set up to go do that? You want me to get you to go to I can set you up with hospitals. I can network with hospitals, get you to go in there and intern. Would you like to scrub in and on an orthopedic surgery? Would you like to do that? I can hook you up with other orthopedics to have them let you scrub in so you can watch a surgery be done. If you think you want to go that route, what do you want to do? I want to do carpentry. I got a lot of folks that are in carpentry. I can set you up with them, network with them to see if that's what you want to do. Then we can set you up with possibly an apprenticeship. And what it is, what do you say you want to do, sis? Oh, you've always liked getting your nails done, right? So you want to be the one doing the nails, right? So you want to be a nail tech. I'll network with you somebody right now. You can go down there. They can give you some fake hands to practice on and things like that. Then we can set you up with the college you want to go to. You will be able to get set up on FAFSA. Y'all know what they're FAFSA. We can set you up to get you financial aid. You might not even have to pay for it. You come from a single parent home. You're going to be able to go to college for free to become a nail tech. You can have a job in doing that. Let's do that. But if you sit there and tell me, well, I can't because I can't. You know what? You and I don't need to talk about this no more. If you saying that you can't, we're not going to talk about this anymore. We don't, there's no need to talk about this anymore because what you're telling me right now is that you want to fail. Now, guys, I know some of y'all don't like this. I know some of y'all don't like when I say this. Yes. Anyone who is a capable adult right now without no disabilities, be it mental or physical, the main reason why you are not going to be what you want to be is because you don't want to. I get people all the time, no, man, I really want to do this. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, man, I'm serious, Ty. I really want to do this. No, you don't. You really don't want to do, because if you did, you will be putting forth the effort to do what it is that you claim you want to do. I grew up around people, like I told y'all, we grew up some in Chicago and some in Decatur, Illinois. I had people around me all the time that when I was a kid, yeah, man, we got to get up out of here, man. Man, we got to get up out of these mother effing streets, man. We got to get up out of this, man. Ain't nothing good in the hood, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to get up out of here, guys. I go back to the same hoods I grew up with. I go back to some of the same hoods that I grew up in. Those guys, when I was a kid, they were in their early teens, well, no, let me say late teens, early 20s. Do y'all know that those guys are still there? They're still there. Didn't make no changes. I've been out. This is what I'm saying. Officially, I've been officially out of the hood since I was 18 years old. Here I am, 43. I go back and you're telling me for 20 plus years, 2 decades, no moves have been made on any of those guys and girls. No moves have been made about, I want to get up out of the hood. We got to get up out of it. Man, y'all had 2 decades to do something and y'all didn't. But what y'all still are riding on is the man, the white man. They putting the guns in our community. That's what we're still riding with. We're still rolling with. They're putting drugs in our community. We're still rolling with that. We're still rolling with. I can't do nothing out there, man, because there's systemic racism out there, man. What? That's what we're going with. Negroes, y'all knew me when I was a kid. Yeah, but you different. How? What makes me different from anybody else? It's not because I'm smarter. You know what it was? Choice. I chose that open door. You notice I said that open door. That open door, I chose to walk through it. And y'all tried to scare me into not going through it because y'all said everybody went through that door. They didn't come back. Them white folks got them. Y'all know about y'all, man. Hey, y'all remember Michael Thomas? He went through that door, man. We ain't seen that nigga since. Them white folks and got him. Now, as a kid, you sitting there thinking like, man, he disappeared. Like, we didn't know what happened to Michael Thomas. Find out Michael Thomas went and became a goddamn going accountant and doing good. Same exact bull crap. Hey, man, there used to be a dude here. Hey, for example, y'all can look it up right now. I think it might be 1134 or 1138 North College, Decatur, Illinois. Look it up right now. There's a park next door to the house that I grew up in. The house is abandoned right now. But if y'all look up, it's either 1134 or 1138 North College, Decatur, Illinois. Me and people from the hood, part of this group called the Little Red Wagon Club, we literally built a park in the hood. Because we couldn't go to no surrounding parks because of shooting and killings and all that. And all the thugs and robbers, gangbangers, for some reason, the park was their territory, a freaking kids park. But in the hood where we grew up at, we literally came together and built a park next door to the house I lived in. And it was an abandoned house, but the house got torn down, blah, blah, blah. Took the lot, put a playground on it, put a asphalt down. We did. Had the city put asphalt down. We put a basketball rim on a light pole back there. Right? That's what we did. The only difference between me and a lot of people who so-called didn't make it out is I chose. I just chose to walk through the door. Some people don't want to do that. You're afraid what's on the other side. It can't be no worse than where you at right now. Matthew says, my problem was I grew up without a father, 5 kids in the home with 4 different dads, none of whom were around. Mom had no money, definitely had a difficult start. I left home at 15. At least you made it to 15. I'm just saying. Listen to this, Matthew. The only difference between your situation, well, I ain't gonna say the only, there's a lot of stuff between your situation and mine, is we sound the same. My mom had 4 of us, and we didn't have our dad at all either. And it got to a point to where my mom couldn't take care of me and my brothers. She couldn't. There was nothing she can do. She tried. It was just her. And she's living in a city far. She's living in a whole nother state from where she's from. And it's just her. No other family members, and she got 4 boys. So it got to a point to where she tried her best, but she couldn't. So I'm not going to go into many details, but let's just say this. Me and my brothers were going around we were going around picking cans. I had to be 10 years old at the time, which means I had an 11-year-old brother, a 10-year-old brother, and a 9-year-old brother. We were going around town picking cans, turning those cans in for money so we can use that money to try to buy a half stick of bologna and some bread, some milk. That's what we were doing as kids, man. So that's what I'm saying. I totally get where you're coming from. I wasn't 50. You were 15. We weren't there yet. We were kids, man. We were kids. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button if you would, please. Don't forget to do that. Again, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, folks. Helps the channel out. So what I did there, I'm glad I was able to talk to you guys and let you guys know some stuff within that case, because we got some folks in here that never heard this before, and they just think that, I get it. I used to be one of those people that did the same thing. I used to be one of those people that came up with the same excuses as well. Because you want to know why? If people want to be honest within themselves, the reason why I came up with those excuses is because I was told to. I was taught to come up with those excuses of why I'm in a situation that I'm in. That's why I told you guys, when you get older, you learn things. See, when you were a kid, like when I was a kid, my mom was my mom. All you know in your mind as a kid is that your mom is taller. Therefore, naturally, you feel like they're older, but it doesn't even matter. Your mom is your mom, period. When I became older, became a young man, I realized my mom was a kid too when she had us. She was a kid. 15 something years old. My mom was a kid. Left with 4 boys. And I keep it real. Everybody has their story. Everybody has a background. But I look at things and I say, my mom, she just made some bad decisions. And unfortunately, with some of those bad decisions came consequences for those bad decisions. And unfortunately, me and my 3 brothers, we had to be on the receiving end of some of those bad consequences that came with the choices that my mom made. But what people want to try to do, look where y'all live at. Look at the disparities. Look at the redlining. The reason why black people are doing this is because look at y'all conditions that y'all in. Because the white people put us there. They put us there. Why aren't my sons there? Why are my sons not there? See what I'm saying? Let me tell y'all something. When you were raising kids, oh, shell for sure. Since I remember going through dumpsters as a kid for cans or anything else that was of value. Cans, glass bottles. I'm going to tell you something else. That's crazy. There came a time where they say, you know what, guys? Y'all probably can get a little bit more money if y'all just let us weigh the cans. So, man, me and my brother, them used to sit there, put a little bit of mud in those cans before we crush them. We put a little bit of mud in them cans, crush the cans, put them in that black garbage bag. Those people never pour the cans out. They just go ahead, let us weigh it. They tell us, put the bag on the scale. We put the bag on the scale right there. They gave us, I think it was like every pound that the bag weighed, we got $1. Every pound that the bag weighed, we got $1. So the garbage bags were always black. So we just sit there and put muddy water in there to weigh the cans down, crush those cans, put them in the black bag, tie them up real tight, double bag them, and they just let us hang them right there. And that's how we was getting a lot of our money now. You brought back a little bit of memory there. Let's see. Don't think it's unfortunate that she made those choices. You wouldn't be here if it weren't for what she did. I understand what you're saying there, but at the same time, my brothers aren't where I am. See what I'm saying? I get what you're saying, but also, I got some brothers that, unfortunately, if you were to say to me, Ty, would you rather be who you are right now and went through the things you went through right now and be as influential as you guys are right now? Or would you rather have to where you had your father in the home, your mother in the home, they were married, and you and your brothers, and I definitely would go with me and my brothers and having my dad and my mom together in the home and raising us. I would take that over all of that, knowing that my brothers would turn out to be just as well too, because we know what the statistics show when you do have the father and the mother in the home. But no, I get what you're saying though. I no respect on that though. I totally get what you mean by that though. The difference in leaders and followers: with followers, it's everybody else's fault. With leaders, they say it's my fault. That's a good point right there. Zamir, what are you trying to do? I mean, you have a whole lot of the same comments in here. Hey, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a warning, though, Zamir. If you keep on coming with certain comments, YouTube will start to look at you as if you are a troll, and they will start to kind of suppress your comments. I'm just giving you a little heads up there. Matthew says yes, but not everybody can be leaders. Being a follower is knowing who the strongest one is and taking advice from someone who might be better equipped than you. The follower can be a leader later. 100%. 100%. Winch said they just had a different mindset. That could be true. That can be true. So no, guys, I'm glad that y'all kind of chilled out with me. We already in here about a good old we already been here about a good hour and a half. But again, I can see some what I'm doing right now. I'm just kind of looking at some of you guys' comments right now. I'm probably trying to read some things off right now before we get off. Dana says, I agree. The world would be a better place if people would listen to Thomas Sowell. Oh my God, yes, he is around. He's oh yeah, he's over 90 years old and still alive and giving advice to the black man. Hurry before he's gone. Oh, absolutely. I have his books and everything. Patty Anderson says, fantastic talk. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, sis. Ron Jones says, I come for the people. Ty is a bonus. Yeah. (1973) is Virginia Beach based housing for USN. I was 8 years old. 2 other black teens threw this little white boy in a dumpster, calling me white trash. Yeah, it's everywhere still now. Stop the madness. Yeah, like I said, you're gonna have race, you're gonna have bad people, period. You're gonna have good people, bad people. Yeah, Thomas Sowell is a genius. I love his stuff. I just ordered a book, Negroes in Negro Land. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Thomas Sowell is a phenomenal. He's a phenomenal mind, man. I mean, world-class economist, man. Sue Prof says, just got here. You did? Girl, we about to end it. Proud that you made something of yourself. Your mother would be proud of you. Yeah, she is. Yeah, Matthew, my mom is a man. My mom is good. My mom got into My mom got into college and everything like that. I remember helping my mom get through college with some of her. I'm just being real with y'all. I helped my mom. I helped my mom kind of cheat through college, like did some of her math homework and everything. Yeah, my mom went off and she got her degree. She got two degrees as well, but hers is in teaching and education. So, but yeah, it's so funny though, man. You never think that whenever you know what life brings you or anything like that. Now it turns out I end up being like I pretty much be, even though that's my mom and I respect her as my mom, but we have a relationship more of I'm kind of like a mentor to her on a lot of stuff. It's, you know what I'm trying to say, but she's still my mom, respect her as a mom, but I'm more like a mentor when it comes to a lot of stuff to her. Mama Carol said, I miss the old days during the shutdown. We up gaming. Ty, you always 100% common sense. Raymond 1955, appreciate that. Modern Renaissance man, off topic. Did you hear about Uncle Tom the porch? Yeah. And I'm actually trying to do some things behind the scene with some people up here. And I want to get, once I do that, I'm going to come and possibly do a video on that and see if I can get some things going for Uncle Tom them down there as well, down there in Florida. I know I heard about his house burning down. Darla says Charlie Kirk uses so much patience with those smug stoops on his channel. He enjoys seeing someone like you, Ty. He was looking like finally a person that gets it. Yeah, I threw him off though. He had that look of, oh God, what's about to happen? But y'all didn't see the whole thing. You know, I wonder if they're gonna show that for a later video. I ended up telling him, I said, and also what I did in that video, I said, I don't know if you noticed, I said, but you're in a town, in a literal place where that father went viral for destroying CRT. That's me. He was like, oh yeah. So it was, yeah. GS70 Stealth says, Ty, you're amazing. Appreciate it. The winch said, if you need my help, let me know. Okay, yeah, the winch, yeah. When I do something like that, I've already told, like, I'm just keeping it real. There's some people that are really, really close to me in this channel who have some personal information. Like I gave them my secondary phone number and all that have pushed out some stuff in regards to financial wise to help them out there. But I'm not going to do something like that yet. I'll do a whole nother video on that though. But again, folks, if y'all in here right now, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Help circulate this throughout the YouTube shadow banning algorithm world. And I know I'm trying to get something right. I don't know what it is with this. I don't know what it is with YouTube that I'm delayed. I don't know what it is. Dana Carroll with the $10 super chat. God bless you for that. Says, thank you, Ty. I needed to be up early for long travels tomorrow, but it's always worth staying up for this segment. God bless you all. Really appreciate that, sis. Really, really do appreciate that. So anyway, guys, again, I do appreciate you guys all being in here. Hit that thumbs up button before y'all get out of here. I am about to end this. And Ty, Tom, and family is in good spirits for such a disaster. They would greatly appreciate any work you decide to do. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing something. That's what I do. Patty says you are a hidden gem. Appreciate that. Appreciate you, sis. Mike D says, thanks for the talk, Ty. I appreciate you all for being in here. All right. With that being said, folks, y'all know how I end all my videos. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance man, hoping and praying that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray that every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.